Today on Tikifire Toy Reviews, Boba Fett's spaceship, Slave One from the Star Wars Vintage Collection. Hi, I'm Tikifire, and today on Tikifire Toy Reviews, we're reviewing the Vintage Collection Slave One, Boba Fett's spaceship. Let's take a good look at this thing. This is the Amazon exclusive from end of the year 2013. And this is the big Slave One. I had the original Slave One from the vintage Star Wars line, and it was really cool, but this thing is a lot bigger. This thing is really, really cool. And there's the box behind it, as you can see. I'm using it for a backdrop. Pretty darn cool. They actually mimicked the old Kenner box, and I love this vintage collection, the way they do this. They mimic the old boxes from back when I was a kid, and to me that's just one of the most awesome things. As you can see on the top, it shows you the features of the box. On the side, it's got the picture from the front. And let's push this back and take a look at Slave One here. And this is an awesome, awesome, awesome Slave One. I love it. I love the paint apps. You can see it looks old and kind of beat up from the paint apps. Looks just like the one in the movies. Of course, you only see this spaceship in The Empire Strikes Back, unfortunately. One of the cool features here is this swiveling chair. You can put your Boba Fett in, and I have my Vintage Collection Boba Fett in there. You can put him in there. And like the old toy, it does swivel around when you pick it up, and I'll show you that feature here in a minute. But this one also has room for two more figures. And I'm guessing because, you could always put Jango in there, and if you had a little Boba figure, you could put him in there too, maybe from the Clone Wars series. Let's see here. Check it out. Here in the front, we've got Han Solo in carbonite. Now, is this the right size? Probably not. Is it movie accurate? Well, take a look at it. Let's see if we can get a little focus here. Take a look at it. It looks pretty movie accurate to me. Got his hands up and everything. The back is just empty, of course. No coloring on the side pieces, but that's okay. It's still cool. It's still a really cool piece and a nice addition to the set. And it's cool that you can fit it in here, even though I'm not sure that's movie accurate, because in the movie it shows him taking it up the back ramp. Speaking of the back ramp, let's take a look at it. This pulls up and slides out. Now the problem is it doesn't really go anywhere. Yeah. Hadn't really figured that out, what they were doing there, but I think it's because this piece here folds down and you have a containment chamber for prisoners, I'm guessing. I've got Boba's gun in there, just because it was an easy place to store it. So there's a prisoner chamber. You can put that in there and snap it back up in there where it goes. That's kind of cool. Now I think where this ramp is supposed to lead is up inside here. So let me show you in there. This is pretty cool. Let's turn the light over and you can see it a little better. There we go. In there's a peg to put Boba's backpack. That's really awesome. There's pegs on the floor for other passengers. I guess you could put some bounty hunters in there. I know he was friends with Bosk. At least according to the old Clone Wars cartoon show he was. There's the front of the flight thing. The front of the cockpit, I guess. The rotating one. There is in the back there is the prisoner containment chamber that I showed you a minute ago. Over there is a hole so you can see through it. Kind of neat. Really cool. I will say the inside there, those stickers, were really hard to put in, especially the one over there next to the backpacks. Next to the backpack. That's crazy trying to put that in there. I think I eventually had to use tweezers. So, got really interesting there. That clicks back together. Now, it does have rotating laser guns. On the old toy, being a lot smaller, these were connected. And you can push the button on them and shoot them. which I'm not going to do right now because I don't want these things to go everywhere. Now, let's see. There you go. I mean, these things really come out fast, you know? I mean, I know the old Battlestar Galactica thing and toys choked some money and they had to calm down on the springs on them back in the day. But I guess since these are mainly being made for collectors, they just don't care. They don't give a crap. And so anyways, let's take a look at Boba Fett's ship. Now, if you are a fan of the movies, you know this thing doesn't fly like this. It lands like this. It actually flies like this. So let's take a look at the bottom. On the old toy, it had a handle right here in the middle, which was cool, but they didn't replicate the handle here because it wasn't movie accurate. There you have the bottom of the ship. You got some little bombs here. Got some little bombs there. You can push the button on the side and they fall out. If I can even show you that. Let's see. Whee! Let's show you that. Push the bottom button on the bottom and they pop out. Just like in Attack of the Clones, I believe it was, where they showed him doing that to Obi-Wan. These pieces here do rotate. And the piece inside rotates. Now, some people have had problems with that. As you can see, my piece inside isn't even rotating right now. There it goes. It gets stuck on something. And there's Boba. His helmet does come off. And as Boba is a clone of Jango Fett, there's Jango's face underneath there. Kind of interesting. So, that is Slave One. I mean, it's a cool ship. I really like it anyways. I think it's pretty cool. And yes, it's a lot bigger than the old one, but I like that about it too. There we go. You can see these do come up. And they do lock into place sort of when you got them like this. So there he is. He can fly through space shooting at you. Pew pew pew! Pew 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 pew! Woo! Boba Fett. Alright, so there we have it. This has been a Tikifire toy review again. And I hope you enjoyed this Slave One review. Say bye, Boba. I'm backwards, but bye.